What's up, guys? How you doing? You know what today is, right? What the day is, guys? It is what? Love Thursday. That's my favorite day of the week, guys. Thursday's already my favorite day of the week. And, when we have that Love Thursday, because it's Friday Eve and Christmas is coming up. And, in all fairness, because I celebrate American history, which is Christmas, and Christmas Eve will be Sunday. But Love Thursdays is the day that I get to express myself and give my opinion. Can't wait when that show format changes around, and I get to talk to you guys, and I get to give my commentary, my personal opinion, and I get to hear your personal opinion as well, and you to chime in on, right? But for now, let me get you guys to do this. Come on in, come on in, come on in, guys. Come on in and have a seat. My name is Tim, and this is Tim's On Demand. Welcome to Love Thursdays. That's right. Welcome to Love Thursdays, okay? All right, guys. So what are we talking about today? Well, today's show is about don't feel guilty when you have to walk away. That's right. Do not feel guilty for walking away from any situation. All right? And what do I mean by that? Well, with my personal life experiences, guys, I've been in relationships and situationships just like everybody else, right? Especially here in America. And basically, guys, there are men and women who stay in relationships because they've either invested a whole bunch of previous times with that person, or they feel like they can't get another person, even though they won't admit it now. They won't admit it. No, they won't. But they feel like this is the best that I can do. I can't find nobody else. Nobody else can move me like she does or he does. Now they won't admit that to their personal friends, but we all know what's going on in their mind. All you got to do really is ask a few questions of a person, and especially women, guys, especially women. You just ask them a few questions, Pandora box will open up, and they will let you know everything that's going on in their personal life. The floodgates will open up. Everything that you need to know in their personal lives, they will let you know about it. So let me just go ahead and start the show off by saying thank you very much for subscribing to this channel. I really appreciate it, and viewing this content. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing, hitting that like button, and also hitting that notification button as well. Also share with like-minded people like yourself, okay? All right, so let me give you an example of a long-time relationship. Now, this is not me personally, has nothing to do with me, but this is just a friend that I knew of growing up, right? Well, years ago. We didn't grow up together, but years ago. Sorry about that. We were just friends for a while. And I'm not the only friend that advised him, you need to get away from this chick. I know y'all been together coming up on 4 years, and there was some things she did for you. And literally, a lot of this has to do with how that person stimulated you, how you wanted men and women. This person did everything that you've always adored, and nobody else could take it to the next level but that person. So a lot of that comes from the lustful side of things. And we told my boy, we said, look, man, we know that you've been with this chick for 3.5 years, going up on 4, right? But you have to see the red flags before, and personally, from what I can see and other friends can see, that this is not going to another level, guys. This is not going to another level, dude. Okay? Oh man, what you mean? You don't know our situation? Yes, I do. Most of the time you can say no you don't, but yes you do, because a lot of times when they're out and about, everything that she points out, first of all, the one thing that she does that I advise you guys never, ever, 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 ever be in a relationship with a woman in is when she tells all your personal business, not only in front of you, but when she's at the job or wherever function she's at. Don't be dating a woman like that where she tells everything, because when something goes wrong, she puts herself out there. She makes herself look bad as well as you, especially if y'all make up. Now everybody knows your business. And other people be like, well, dog, they got back together, even though she said those things about him. She still decided to go back to him. Now she looks like the asshole. Excuse my language. So, you know, she just would put their business out there. And I told him, and other people told him as well, look, don't have any female, especially this chick, putting your business out there. Whatever goes on between you and her needs to stay between you and her. Oh man, don't worry about that. I'm telling her solely. I'm not sweating that, this, and that. Okay. And then what happens from there? Then what happens is that once she pushed that little margin just a little bit, and then she tries him on something else just a little bit more, and then she tries him a little bit more and pushes him to the edge. And a lot of females will try you, the disrespect, guys, and if they can get away with a little tiny bit, they will continue to do it and 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 do it until you are totally disrespected. Okay? And that's not a good sign at all. That's not something that you want to do. You don't want a female consistently disrespecting you at all times and all places. It's not going to work. I'm telling you right now. It is not going to work. That's why we tell you guys, have it in your mind that you're going to do the right thing, okay? You got to have it in your mind that you're going to do a consistent right thing and do it immediately as soon as possible, okay? And, this is what goes on, guys. And the story behind him, to finish it off, yeah, they wind up breaking up, but he wound up doing more hardship because she had to break it off after he was over emotional, kind of stuck in his ways. And what I mean by stuck, guys, is that he didn't know how to break it off. And the blessing was that she did break that off with him, because now he can see the forest between the trees. Because if it would have went on, it would have been like today, 8 years now? It would have been 8 years of him in that misery. Because he was almost to the point where he was getting ulcers. And anytime you have somebody in your life where they're putting you through this stage and this format in your life where you're going to eventually affect your health in that kind of way, you need to break it off immediately, as soon as possible. Because I'm going to tell you something. God put people in your life, and I want you guys to listen to me for a second, okay? Just listen to me for a moment, I should say. God put people in your life for a reason and a season. I'm going to say it again. God put people in your life for a reason, for a season, and a season, excuse me. And no, I'm not editing this. But you just have to learn from it, guys. And learning and feeling the pain and hurt that comes with it is a part of growth. It helps you grow as an individual. and it actually strengthens you better. So that temporary pain that you feel when you get away from that person actually helps you grow. Now let's say for another example that you are ready to leave this person. You are tired of this situation. You are tired of this relationship. And you just came clean and honest. And even though this person said, well, let's just try this or let's just try that to make this thing work. And you say, no, I've tried that. I tried talking to you in the past, but this is just not working. This is not going anywhere. And I'm at my wit's end with you. This is it. A lot of times these people will stay and try to everything in their power to get you to change your mind. And when you finally fed up to the point of fed up that you can, men and women, they're going to look at you and they're going to comment to you, maybe text you, call you, maybe in your face and say, it's your fault. You're the loser. You're the one that's not doing right. You're the one. It's always you are the one. And that all comes from what we call a guilt complex. Okay? That's all that is. It's just a guilt complex. And people will do that, guys. People will give you what they call guilt complex, excuse me. But you got to discern yourself from that, guys. You got to have that spiritual discernment and move on with your life. Okay? And it is what it is. It is what it is. Especially in certain instances like that. And there's nothing wrong with starting fresh and starting anew. It's a human ability to do that. It's a human ability to move forward. It's a human ability to do the right thing for yourself. And sometimes in life, guys, you have to be a little bit selfish in order to keep your mental state correct. You got to do it, guys. There's no ifs, ands, and whats about it. Yes, I know, it doesn't sound politically correct and all that other stuff. Okay. But it is what it is, guys. And you have to move on with your life and keep your sanity in your life. Okay? Because that guilt complex is just only a temporary thing. That's all it is. And I'm going to bet you a dime come a dollar. When you stay away from people for it don't even have to be a long time. It can be X amount of time. Not only will the truth come out to you, but don't be surprised if that person has moved on to somebody else. Because a lot of times, miserable people or people that always have confrontation or something going on, when you look at that person and you sit back and you step back and you really focus and look at that person, you'll find that they're not happy. There's something inside of them that is not happy and content. And it's always like that. It's always like that at all costs. You'll find real quick in a hurry that is something within them that is not happy. I've seen it a lot in my life. So therefore I can be a witness to what I'm saying. But you can't beat yourself over this if you get over somebody. Because remember that old saying, tomorrow is a new day and it's a fresh day. Also, for you guys who go through terrible breakups and stuff, listen, men and women, I want you both to listen to me. All that harming yourself and potential suicide and wanting to do something to get back at them and harming them and so forth, listen. Every day it gets better. When I know it's hard to separate yourself at first from a person, but the more you focus on more important things every day and separate yourself every day and look at stuff in the, here's the key word that's going to help you get over the positive way of thinking. Even though it's going to be emotionally hard and that devil going to be in your ear. Every day you away from that person, you think positive, guess what? Come close. Come on. Things are going to get better in your life. Every single day, things are going to get better in your life. That's the truth. Things will get better in your life. Then you're going to realize, and then you're going to, and you know, you got to have a spiritual connection with God. And then you're going to be like, you know what, God? Wow. You did this for me. And I appreciate the people that you brought into my life, because trust me, when you pray to God for any situation in any instance in your life, He will come to you through other people every single day and night. You just got to be patient. And He knows the right time to come to you because He made you and me. Right? That's just common sense. But we have to be refreshed every day to understand this knowledge in our head. So when you, and this is the bottom line, when you separate yourself from that person that you once loved and cared about, and it's a fed up point to a personal reason, A, don't go back to them, and B, you pray to God for strength and be patient and go through the fire of emotions and your life will be better. And you'll realize months later that, hey, I'm glad that I didn't wind up going to jail for something stupid or in the grave for something stupid that I did to myself or I did to somebody else. Your mind will become clear in a few months. And a lot of times God will put somebody, the right person in front of you. You got to keep your peace and be still. And if not, move on. You still have a peace of mind, even if you're by yourself, guys. And I just want you guys to meditate on that. Because I care about you. All right. Today's day was that day for Love Thursdays, guys. And I want to thank you guys very, very much. I might have a part 2 to this one day, or just enhance it better for better understanding. But for now, tomorrow is another day. It is Dress Down Friday, Smooth Friday, and I cannot wait to start that another format where it becomes Tim's On Demand TV show. But for now, just remember, I'm not just Tim. I am Tim's On Demand. Oh my. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. And I want you guys to have a fantastic day, night, evening, afternoon, all of that good stuff. And I'll catch you on the next one.